Hello, I'm Dr. Joe of the drjoe.com. Right, if you're one of the millions of people who's got problems falling asleep, people with insomnia, what do? Well, you go see your doctor, quite rightly. Your doctor probably is going to prescribe you some sleeping pills. Now, for me, this is a short-term fix because over time, you're going to develop tolerance to these medications. And also in the long term, you're going to develop psychological dependence on these sleeping pills. Now, here's the thing. Did you know that there are actually foods that you can eat that will help you fall asleep and you get good quality sleep? Oh, yes, there are. Yes, there are foods that you can actually eat that will make you fall asleep and you get good quality sleep. They're natural, no side effects, no psychological dependence, and you don't develop tolerance as well. More so, they actually provide you with nutrition. So what's not to like? What are these foods? Well, I'll talk about them after the break.
In a world awash with danger and stress, the one thing you mustn't ignore is your health. No ifs, no buts. Hop on the driving seat and take absolute control of your health with a little help from a friend. Please welcome Dr. Joe.
Hello, I'm Dr. Joe of the drjoe.com. This presentation is about foods that actually help you sleep. When you eat foods that help you get a good night's sleep, you're giving yourself a free gift. That's because good and adequate sleep actually wards off chronic diseases, and you need about 8 hours of sleep every night, or at least every 24 hours anyway. When you sleep well, that keeps your brain ticking along nicely. The principle behind eating this food is that you should be eating foods that have a good amount of magnesium, potassium, calcium, tryptophan, vitamin B6, and phytoserotonin. Phytoserotonin is serotonin that is found in plants. It is thought that these organic compounds are actually involved in the making of melatonin. Melatonin is the sleep hormone. So let's dive in straight away. The first food I want to talk about is turkey. Turkey has, tryptophan. Tryptophan is an essential amino acid, and turkey has a modest amount of protein. Indeed, 28 grams of turkey will give you about 4 grams of protein. Turkey has riboflavin, phosphorus, and selenium. The tryptophan in the turkey actually helps in the making of melatonin, which helps you actually get asleep. Salmon is the next food. Salmon has plenty of vitamin D. 3 ounces of salmon will give you about 650 international units of vitamin D. Salmon has plenty of omega-3 fatty acids. We're talking about EP and DHA, and these essential fatty acids are actually protective of your heart, and they're actually good for your brain as well. We think that the vitamin D and the omega-3 fatty acids help in the making of serotonin, which helps you sleep. The next sleep aid I want to talk about are bananas. I love bananas. Bananas are an excellent source of vitamin A, C, and B6. Bananas have plenty of fiber, and they also provide you with plenty of potassium, magnesium. Bananas also have tryptophan, the essential amino acid called tryptophan. I mentioned it earlier on before. Bananas are also an excellent source of phytoserotonin, the naturally occurring serotonin in plants. We think that the combination of the phytoserotonin, the tryptophan, the potassium, and the B6 actually make bananas an excellent sedative, which will give you a very good night's rest. Next is cottage cheese. Cottage cheese, as you know, has protein. It's a good source of protein, mainly casein. Cottage cheese got potassium, magnesium, calcium, vitamins A and B12. And of course, cottage cheese contains tryptophan as well. And as you recall, I did say that tryptophan actually helps in the making of melatonin, which is how cottage cheese helps you to sleep. Next food I want to talk about is rolled oats. Rolled oats is a very good source of magnesium, potassium, iron, and calcium. Oats actually do have protein, believe it or not. 100 grams of, rolled oats will give you 13 grams of protein, which is not bad at all. Rolled oats are very good for your cardiovascular health, and rolled oats actually have phytoserotonin as well. So the combination of the phytoserotonin, magnesium, potassium is how rolled oats will help you get a restful night's sleep. Next food is kale. This is another favorite of mine. Kale belongs to the cabbage family. It's got vitamins A, K, and C. Kale has manganese, copper, calcium, and folic acid. Kale is also rich in lutein, which is a powerful antioxidant. It goes without saying that kale has lots of fiber. We think that the combination of the calcium, the manganese, explains why kale will help you get a deep, restful night's sleep. Next food is spinach. Spinach belongs to the Amaranthaceae family. That's a bit of a mouthful. Spinach has a small amount of protein, only 2.9 grams of protein you get from 100 grams of spinach. Having said that, spinach is full of vitamins A, C, K, and B2. Spinach is also rich in iron, calcium, potassium, magnesium, and manganese. And you can eat lots of spinach without any concerns about weight gain because it's got very low calorie content. The combination of the potassium, calcium, magnesium explains the sedative powers of spinach. Next food is collard greens. Collard greens is a member of the brassica family. Collard greens are rich in vitamin A, C, and B6. It's got a small amount of protein. Only 3% of collard greens is made up of protein, but is a very fantastic source of dietary fiber. Collard greens have magnesium, manganese, potassium, calcium, and iron. The combination of the calcium, the magnesium, and the vitamin B6 is why we think collard greens will give you a restful night's sleep. Next is almonds. Lovely almonds. Almonds contain phosphorus, magnesium, manganese, and riboflavin. Almonds are, a very good source of monounsaturated fats. Almonds are fiber and they got antioxidants as well. All of this is thought to reduce your risk of heart disease. Now, apart from the magnesium in the almonds, we also think that the almonds may reduce your cortisol levels. Don't forget, cortisol is a stress hormone. And if you cut out the stress, then of course you sleep better. Next is chamomile tea. Chamomile tea is a nice herbal tea. It's got flavonoids. Flavonoids are antioxidants. They help you get rid of oxidative stress. Chamomile tea actually boosts immune system. Chamomile tea does reduce anxiety and it may help with depression. There is a compound called apigenin, and we think the apigenin in the chamomile tea actually binds to brain receptors that are involved with sleep, and that's how chamomile tea will help you sleep better. Kiwi fruit. Kiwi fruits we're familiar with. They are hairy, but they are tasty all the same. Kiwi fruits will give you a very good supply of vitamin C and K. Kiwi fruits contain magnesium, potassium, and folic acid, and you still get a decent amount of fiber from eating kiwi fruits. Kiwi fruits also contain the natural occurring phytoserotonin, and we think the combination of the phytoserotonin, the potassium, and the magnesium, that explains why kiwi fruits will actually give you a decent, restful night's sleep.
Right, so here's a footnote. You try those foods out one after the other and see which one gets you the best sleep possible. If none of them works, and I doubt it, because I've tried it on a lot of people and it actually works. If none of them works, the remote chance that none of them works, what you need to do is you combine one or two of those foods. So how do you do that? Well, for instance, you could have an oatmeal with banana in it, or you could have a kale-inspired dinner or spinach-inspired dinner, and then after the dinner, you just have banana as a dessert, kiwi as a dessert, or 2 handfuls of almonds, and see what happens afterwards. I'm sure you're going to get good quality sleep. Like I said, I've tried it on a lot of people and it actually works. I know we're different, but you're not that radically different from the rest of the population, so I see no reason why you shouldn't get any results. Right, so here's the other thing. If you found value from this video, please give it a thumbs up right there, like it. And also, try these foods out. Let me know how you get on. Leave me a comment in the comment section. And one more thing, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, why haven't you? Well, please do subscribe. The button is right there in the bottom right corner. Just hit that button. It takes about 2 to 3 seconds, and that's it. You subscribed. That way you get access to future videos. You get notified of future videos that I make. Okay, so that's it for this video. Until next time, well, this is Dr. Joe signing out and wishing you a very happy sleep.